If you've been thinking of starting your career as a corporate trainer and thought that soft skills training is the easiest entry point, that could be one of the reasons why you are not getting shortlisted, why you are not getting enough interview calls, and why your career is getting delayed. So, in the next couple of minutes, I'm going to share with you in my experience of working as a corporate trainer for the last 15 years at different roles as a learning and development manager, training designer, and training program manager. I'm going to share with you why choosing to become a soft skills trainer is limiting your chances of getting started as a corporate trainer and what should you do instead. Towards the end, I'm going to share with you a 4-step formula how you can fast track your launch as a corporate trainer. Let's get started. So first things first, soft skills training is a good job, one of the most fulfilling careers under corporate training, because you are directly helping people to solve their problems, maybe their inability to communicate, maybe manage teams and delegate effectively, and sometimes leadership skills. And corporates do value these skills, and there is a demand for corporate trainers who are under soft skills training. But having said that, there are a couple of reasons that make it a very oversaturated market already. So one of the reasons is anyone who wants to become a corporate trainer, anyone who has good communication skills and think that he can deliver in front of people, and someone who has had some experience as a HR or into any other technical field or subject matter expert, they think that soft skills training is the easiest entry point, and that is one of the reasons you should not be limiting yourself to only soft skills training. Because if you are tapping into already an overcrowded market, you are competing with people who are more experienced than you, more understandable, and they can present themselves better than you, and that is one of the reasons why they choose people who are more experienced than you, not just in terms of skills but also in terms of their experience of understanding people, understanding the target audiences. So that is one of the reasons why you should not be considering, or you might be limiting yourself while entering into the corporate training world. So the second reason is there is no clear result oriented soft skills programs today. If you see, most of the soft skills programs are vague. They don't talk about the results, they don't talk about anything. It's like gathering content and delivering it to the audiences. Now today we live in an age where content is available freely and anyone can go online and find how do they improve their communication skill, how can they give effective presentations. If your soft skills training programs are not result oriented, not solving any 3 big problems that your audiences have, so you will not be able to deliver it effectively and people won't value it. The number 3 reason why soft skills market is already saturated is that most people cannot explain the real ROI for any soft skills program. So return on investment is something that companies look for while hiring and investing time and money in anything. So if you cannot explain in terms of numbers what is going to happen after you have conduct a soft skills training program, the chances that they will not invest, they'll not try to invest in that initiative itself. So it's one of the reasons why you should also consider beyond just corporate trainings. Now let me tell you that corporate training is beyond just soft skills training. Let us understand the function itself. In an organization just like HR, accounts, finance, there is a department dedicated to upskilling of their employees. It's called learning and talent development or corporate training function. So this is the team that is responsible for upskilling the employees, building the culture of continuous learning, helping the organization understand the value of skills and checking them, assessing the skills of employees time to time, and conducting training needs analysis, training needs assessments, and understanding the business goals and business needs, business challenges, and conducting learning programs and building the culture of learning to solve those problems. So that's the bigger goal of a corporate training function. Maybe you're just arranging technical programs from another subject matter expert or through some online training program, and conducting continuous learning programs which help them understand their company, their product, their services better, and helping them develop some functional skills like program management, project management, sales skills. And definitely there is a scope for soft skills trainings where we train our managers to speak better in front of the customers, leadership to lead well, delegate well, and more effectively manage their resources. So there is a demand for soft skills training, but corporate training is just beyond soft skills training. Sometimes you are just enabling people, sometimes you are assessing their skills, sometimes you are looking at how you can be a business partner for the business and how you can solve the problems that they have in terms of the skill building, right? It could be technical, functional, and behavioral skills. So now I want you to think about more roles under corporate training. So that to deliver all these things, to do all these things, you need more than just soft skills trainers. So there is a demand for L&D specialists whose job is to interact with business leaders day in and day out and understand their business goals and business challenges and how training programs can help them solve those problems, right? So there is a demand for program managers who are responsible for end-to-end managing of the programs, right from conducting a deep need analysis to designing the program, delivering the program, evaluating the impact, and showing the clear return on investment of each and every program, right? And there is a demand for learning management system administrators, people who are very good at using AI and who can conduct learning needs analysis, conduct assessments, and see how employees are currently performing, how they should be performing, so that the gap is identified clearly, right? And there is a demand for training designers who can design those impactful experiences. And there is also a demand for many under roles like video makers, right, content developers. So training function itself is so big that it is not just taking a presentation and delivering soft skills training programs. So I invite you to think beyond just being a soft skills trainer. That is one of the things that you can do to fast track your launch as a corporate trainer. Now, what should you do instead? So I'm going to share with you a 4-step formula that you should be applying so that your career as a corporate trainer begins as fast as you can. So number one is look at least 2 to 3 roles that are most suitable for you as per your passion and your interest. You could be choosing something like program manager, L&D specialist, or instructional designer, or LMS administrator. Choose any 2 to 3 roles and understand. Second step is understand these roles. What are their responsibilities? What competencies do you need to be effectively doing that role, playing that role under the corporate trainer function? So third step is to acquire those skills. And fourth step, which is very important step, is to make multiple profiles of yourself, develop a multi-skill. We're living in an age of multi-skill. We need to have that profiles and the systems in place to present ourselves as a subject matter experts in various different fields. Now you build your profiles into these 2 to 3 roles and you start applying for jobs, and your chances of getting calls is more, your chances of getting interviewed are more, your chances of getting the job faster and easier will become more efficient and more becomes easier, right? So it's important that you focus more than one role and do not limit yourself to just soft skills training. So as I said, it's a good profession. If you're interested in launching your career as a corporate trainer in the next 6 weeks, I invite you to check out my program in the description, which is Corporate Trainer Launchpad, which I have helped many people like you who are struggling to launch their career, who did not have a clear idea of how do they get started, what role should they be choosing, depends on their experience and expertise and passion, and how should they approach and build systems like resume, LinkedIn, and Naukri, and how do they perform during the interview process. So it is your launch pad, right, from getting the clarity to launching your career as a corporate trainer. I have covered everything in this course, and it is very less than how much you would be paying for any other program that you might earn in one day. I invite you to check out the program in the description, and I will see you inside. If you're interested in talking to me one-on-one, you can connect with me on LinkedIn. I have left the link in the description as well. Thank you and all the best.